Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol ACB. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like, oops, let's try that again, grab the wrong annotation tool. There we go. While that may look like a few weeks worth of time, it's actually just the past 2 days broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like you this time frame. I think it's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. And this one was all over the place today, but definitely starting to show some signs of weakness. And what is the sign of weakness? Well, again, the first 30 minutes here, the price obviously, kind of moved down. Well, and all the way down there, and then to give full credit where credit's due, made a huge move to the upside. The problem is the highest that went was right there, and you start to kind of correspond that with the previous highs every time there's been bounces. And you can just see that, these highs keep getting lower and lower. Now, don't get me wrong. Just because, these, stair steps are essentially, if you picture those as stair steps, are going in the downwards direction, does not mean that, everything is toast, that this thing is about to collapse. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying lower highs are a sign of weakness. And, if you don't believe me, I'm not offended at all. I get it. I'm some random guy. But go ask anybody that uses charts and say, hey, are lower highs a good thing? Especially if the lower highs are occurring in a downtrend, which is what this is currently occurring in. What gives it away that it's a downtrend? Well, you just look right there at the famous 50-period simple moving average. You can see it's got a clear downward slope to it. So again, by no means, because there is no such thing as a guarantee. So just because there's lower highs, in a downtrend, does that mean this thing's about to collapse? But it does show that, yeah, there is some weakness that's apparent in the chart, and we'll have to see if the bulls can maintain it or not. Speaking of maintaining, to give the bulls credit where it's certainly due, for those of you that have watched the past videos, I've been talking about this green line right here, and you can see that the bulls are doing a great job of holding strong there. So you ideally want to see that level continue to hold going into next week. In the event the price cannot hold above that level and the bears eventually push down below it, the next level of support would just simply be where the bleeding stopped today during the opening 30 minutes, and that was down there at 685. If there is any sort of bounce, already talked about this level, but the key level of resistance to fight through and then try to stay up above would be that purple line right there again, the 50-period simple moving average. So definitely not the greatest close to the week, but you never know. And from a general sense, the price is starting to go sideways here a little bit. So I get it. There is lower highs being built. There is still, some sideways action occurring. So potentially the bulls are trying to bottom out here. So moral of the story, next week should be pretty interesting and entertaining. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.